Ay, ay, ay. 36 weeks. He's forgotten to sign up 36 times. This kid, man. Yeah. Unbelievable. That's okay. I'll see you in August when all the other tournaments are finished, okay? I know you've not been playing. It's okay. Bottom right side, our blue Terran player is going to be Clem. As we have in the top left-hand side, our red Zerg is going to be SHIN. After Bulgaria, yeah? Sure. I'll make a mental note. I'll annoy you on Discord, okay? I don't really annoy anyone on Discord, but signed up to be annoyed now. Can't wait for the regret. Rex and the gas coming through. We got ourselves settled in as we get ourselves up and rolling. So a couple moments of TvZ intro. Incorporeal. Fun map. Again, a lot of these maps right now definitely feel as though stretching out towards like base 5 kind of becomes a bit more challenging. It seems to be a little bit of a vibe lately on a lot of the maps that we've seen. So if we get to those later stages, we'll talk about that. Obviously, later stages is not a guarantee when Clem's playing TvZ, because while he's amazing later in the game, he's also very good at just killing people off early in the game, right? Getting damage done. And, yeah, just being able to, you know, just being able to kind of get in there and deal some damage. He's so good at capitalizing on that, so you've got to be completely on point here as a, Zerg player, not to take damage early and not to let this get too far away from you. Four queens on the way, drones building, extractor coming up. The Reaper is going to begin to move across to the upper left-hand side of the map. So first Reaper of the game just going to go over there and get some scouting done. Got that started. Look for some information, look to see what we can find in these early stages. So Reaper looking to try and find some damage. Queen's just going to be there, and the Reaper going to be turned around. Green moving about. Again, the factory and the command center continue to settle down. Reactor on the way through. Continue to get that building just for the moment. So Reaper just continue to poke around the front. A couple of queens will be right there as well. And do have our drones, the link speed coming online. The orbital command coming up as well, so we get that started in. The SCV produces the starport on the way through. Just getting that command center building in the main base, so we'll get that online as the queens will be there to try and deal with the Reaper. Reaper gets pushed back, held away for the moment. Again, a couple of Hellions continue to come around just for now. So those Hellions coming online, the link speed and the drones still producing by. That starport is going to be finishing very shortly, so we get that starport completing. Command center still coming up. Circling speed currently halfway done. Again, the queens and the lings continuing through. And again, the Banshee and a couple of Hellions will come out as well. Add some SCVs onto that as well. Again, Banshee, Hellion, Marine all continue to come back over as the queens will be there. Reaper and the Hellions get turned around. And the Reaper back up that top side. Queen's going to be there. Reaper already going to take some shots. The Ling's going to try and get in position. Ooh, Hellion's going to try and slip by. The Reaper, the Lings had a surround there, and then they kind of let the Hellions by. I actually don't think we needed to lose those 3 drones. I think the Lings were in position to stop those Hellions getting anywhere initially. As the Marine's going to go after the Overlord, it heads into the main base. The 3rd CC obviously up there from Clem. Some final confirmations from SHIN before that Overlord goes down. The Banshee, the next stage of this as well, going into that cloak, so Hellion Banshee very typical, I think, against SHIN as well, because he is a player that will play roaches a good amount of the time. Like, he is not afraid to kind of step into the world of aggression, so I don't hate the Banshee play against SHIN. Banshees in general against Zerg are just typically very good. They are very much so a solid choice 9 times out of 10. And then you know, add on to that the fact that this is a Zerg who is trending towards being a little bit more aggressive than that as well. little bit of a bonus factor there as the Queen's going to shoot. The Hellions get turned around. Cloaking coming online. The stick back coming online. Banshees, engineering bays and barracks coming through as well currently. And those Evo Chambers will continue online. The lamp, the Bailey Nest continue to come through for the moment. The drone's still on the way. Queens are going to get going. Another extractor also coming down as we have Hellions on the right side. Poking about and getting rid of a couple of additional creep tumors currently. Not going to get the hatchery, damaging that through. Queens are going to be there. Hellions get turned away. A couple of drones are going to fall. And again, the 1-1 in the stim pack continuing up as we speak. Siege tank and a marine still coming online. Those Banshees just going to step away. Something done. Going to go and grab themselves a queen. On the carapace coming up, the Baneling speed coming online. Just going to see those Hellions still going after the Zerglings, and I mean, we got rid of a few drones, now some Lings going down as well. Clem continuing to find damage and already kind of beginning to kind of just tiptoe ahead in the supply count, which is already not a great sign for a Zerg, because it means Clem is taking control of this game, and if Clem is starting to get control of this game already, then yes, he will be getting into a little bit of a better spot. Bane's coming up, Lings coming through, the Hydro Den is going to be on the way in as well. Hatchery's building. As we just have, again, melee carapace, Baneling speed, all building through for the moment. The Lings around the bottom side going to show up and run in. The Hellions have to go running, scarpering out of there. The Lings actually going to go threaten a very good surround, and they will wrap around and get rid of those Hellions. So Hellions dropping off. Cleaned up already. Still got that Bane speed and the attack upgrade coming through. A few Marines coming up the right side as well. Marines going to load back into the medevacs, healing back over the sides. This map's sleeper OP for Terran. Why? Educate me, Raynor. Teach me why we're loving it for the Terrans. There's a lot of good ledges and stuff for Terrans, no? Like, I actually feel like the middle of the map's very good for Terrans. Being able to, like, just tank shot across the middle. Especially if it goes late, like, these middle bases are, like, they feel pretty miserable. Yeah, Perma Watchtower. Perma Watchtower. That is very good. I guess it is very, I guess it actually really is quite miserable for Zerg. So yeah, the, I even think about the fact that obviously, like, you know, just taking other bases is going to be very difficult too. You're forced into the middle of the map after 5 bases, and that's like, yeah. But the way the middle of the map is, Terran can just control it heavily. It's pretty nuts. Alright, Bling Bane going to try and attack in here from SHIN. He's so far down in supply already coming into these fights. That was actually a very good fight, considering the kind of supply he went in with. He was like down 20 or so he evens this up. It's a very good fight from SHIN, and actually Clem going to be held down a little bit following that. We do have our Lings on the way up, a few additional Banes morphing, +2 Carapace and the +1 missiles coming up. We do have Banshees that are going to go after a Hydralist there, and then there's some Banelings here that will take some damage too. Those Hydras still trying to step forward and chase those Banshees down. The Marines will stim up the right side once more as we target fire down a couple of Banelings. We're actually going to get all the Banelings targeted. Does it matter? We target a few more Banelings as well. Good job from Clem, but like I say, the Lings have a full surround. Hydras are there dealing damage for the moment. Well, those Banes still going down. The Lings are going to come over. The Hydras as well. Clem is starting to win a couple of these fights. We need some Banes to show up at some point. Let's see the Marines still chasing. Hydra's getting hunted. He's going to get rid of a couple of creep tumors. Still got that drilling claws coming through as well. And more Marines. The medevacs continue to come out for the moment. As Clem not feeling the need to tack into anything else just yet. Infestation could just finish from SHIN, so that will open the door a little for the later game units. +2 carapace finishing shortly. The +2 melee starting on the side of SHIN. A lot of Ling Bane still coming up. SCV is going to get grabbed over on the mineral line. 6 workers going down. So at least SHIN finding a little bit of something. Needs to kind of, you know, find ways to keep on hanging on in here for the moment. Look, Den coming up, the Hive on the way through. That means that we are heading in toward the Lurkers and that next step. If we can survive until then, this starts to look like a very different game. Clem will be forced to attack up too. Again, not that Clem is afraid of playing a late game, not that Clem is, you know, bad in these sort of situations. But it does feel a little bit more convincing for SHIN, who, to be fair, has done very well here so far as well. He won some fights I did not think he was going to win. And he's going to be able to keep Clem pushed back, so... Clem struggling to find much happening right now. Going to get a couple of tanks. Marines come up the right side. The Medivacs will gather. 33 upgrades. The vehicle plating coming through as well as Marine Marauder still on the way up. Another command center will be on its way also. There's that Hive. The melee upgrade coming through for the moment. A lot of Ling Bane still being added on as the Marines really are just stepping their way up and knocking down a bunch of those Banes. Here comes some Lings from the other side. Coming straight through, and Clem... It is a very open space, giving SHIN this wraparound potential. You know, Clem is, you know, having to be sat right down in this open area, gives SHIN that chance to get the big surround off. In this case, he split so far back, though, and SHIN is going to run out of units before too much is done. He has locked his base away behind those rocks, which is very awkward because now those Lings can't get out. Uh-oh. The defensive cooling tower placement is going to backfire. Because, yeah, now you just can't get reinforcements out from that base. That's hilarious. That just makes that base even worse. So you just have a tower here, and if it gets knocked down, those units just get locked in? That's kind of nuts. In the top left-hand side, our blue Terran player, up 1-0, is going to be Clem. Bottom right, our red Zergy is going to be SHIN. Game 2 of the best of 3. We get this underway, we get this started. We wonder if SHIN can bounce back a little bit. Last game did feel like Clem took pretty decent control, so again, supply was just in his favor for quite a margin as well. Hatch gas pool coming up. So he's just going to patrol back and forth for a few moments there. Just going to continue to come around. Lings, Queen coming about, commands into SCV and Marine in production as well. We continue to come this through. Reaper's going to shoot. A couple of Lings will start to take some damage. It's going to be seeing the Queens coming over. Once we continue to settle down, that Reaper going to be pinging back for the moment. As the Queen will chase the Reaper for a couple of moments here. Yeah, Reaper coming around, CC on the way. Gonna see the Queen there. Gonna go and fight against the Reaper for a couple of moments. And Queen's link speed all coming up right now. The Reaper will be turned back for a few more moments there once more, so again, decent job of things right now. Link speed still continues to come on through and get ourselves settled. And yeah, Command Center is about halfway done. Starport halfway done. Aliens coming online. Starport lifts. I'm gonna go moving away. Just gonna be having again a couple of Hellions coming about. SCVs and Command Center building into place right now. Queens will be there and again push those Hellions back to the sides. Reaper taking some shots. We just have ourselves gain the orbital command, moving on forward. A couple of SCVs coming up. And yeah, Banshee going to be coming in with the cloak as well. And Banshee and the cloak coming through right now. Just going to be having a few Hellions and the Reaper gathering together. Similar build from Clem. I don't think he needs to really mix it up much. You know, he got a very confident game last time. I think he's very happy just continuing through at the moment as the and a couple of barracks still coming by. Cloaking coming up. Banshee on the way. Get that settled in. And the Queens will step forward, chasing the Hellions and the Reaper back around to the left. It goes down and the Queens end up being bopped. Down to that bottom side again. Queen's still gathering. Banshee is going to get turned around by the Spore Crawler. Alien Nest, Lair, Drones, Overlords, Queen. Yeah, everything coming up on the side of SHIN right now. So just bringing all of that through. The cloaking is about to finish up. The Stim Pack is still about to come by. Bringing all of that in for the moment as the Hellions will gather on the watchtower. Hellions just going to go hit the rocks as we step through the Banshee overhead. Second Banshee right there, and we are going to get both those Banshees cloaked, and now we're actually going to find ourselves the cancel on the hatch. Nice. Obviously, slow down a base is always going to be a win. It's something that's not really guaranteed at all. As we're going to see the Lings actually taking the chance to get the surround, and they do get a good surround on the Hellions. The Hellions go down. The Banshees being pushed away. Overseer is there. Obviously, the Banshees are trying to get as much as they can against those Queens. Clem always trying to make the absolute most from these situations. Again, 1-1 coming about, Stim Pack about to finish, melee upgrades coming through, Baneling speed coming up. Just getting that started as well right now as the Extractors and the Hatchery continue in. We have ourselves the Zerglings coming about, the Hider Den coming up. Again, the Armory is well underway at the moment, so just bringing that Armory through, Factory coming online. Still got the Reactors building as well, so a little bit of everything coming up for the moment. One finishing shortly. Combat Shield is coming through. It's going to have ourselves the Banshee still setting up. Let's just have ourselves the Medivacs will go across. So not full Medivacs, just thinking the reinforcements, they will join up with what's already moving onto the other side. There's a watchtower there from SHIN, so he's going to be noting the approach. So he is aware of where Clem is coming from and what it roughly looks like in those early stages. Yeah, the +2/+2 Combat Shield and Drilling Claws all coming by. Going to get rid of a couple of Quick Tumors right here as well, so we knock a few of those down, no problem at all. Nice and easy, in fact, as the Lings and the Banes are going to continue through as well. So just going to go straight over. Rest the Ling Bane coming across. Tank is going to get caught. A few Marines are being threatened. Lane Bane's still hunting for the Marines right now, as we are going to knock down a few more Banes just for now. Again, doing the best we can on that. For the moment, just going to see the medevacs coming over. Going to unload into the main base, and Clem is going to keep the pressure up and keep on putting some damage in. Reload back into the medevacs, peeling away now over to that right-hand side. We got 140 supply from both players, which obviously for the Terran, equal on workers, getting a fourth base up. It's looking pretty good already for Clem, but we did have SHIN able to survive through a few of the fights last time around, so maybe he can do something similar here and turn it around a bit, but I mean, even when he survived through some fights last time, it didn't exactly end up in his favor, so Marines come down, they take the watchtower, gonna even hop across down to the bottom left-hand side, hit this hatchery in the next few moments. Walkwell will go down, drone falls, a couple of Lings taking damage, and we're going to turn onto this hatch again. So hatchery will take some more shots, as we will see it falling and dropping. Hydra's going to get there, Queen going to be showing up, the medevac goes down already. Now we're going to be seeing those Widow Mines and other Marines continue to push on through. Creep Tumors will be getting jumped on once again now. So much creep spread being lost in front of this base. That's going to be a major issue. As, well, Widow Mines are going to go off. They get some reasonable connections. The ones that were burrowed, at least, as Clem is forced to lift away. Again, good surrounding action from SHIN, able to come in from two sides. Able to actually get a wraparound and force Clem to have no real option other than to lift, because obviously getting stacked up like that with Banes threatening is never going to be ideal. So, again, a decent angle of attack. It's just still not really good enough. Supply still is not there for SHIN. Still below that of Clem's, and the pressure of the Terran is not stopping. It's still continuing through and hitting toward the other side of the map at the moment. Lings and Banes come through. The speed zone is going to speed us through this. And we are going to be seeing the lift up into the medevacs to escape away. A few Hydras coming about. For the Marines pulling back as well. Widow Mine will blow her up. Widow Mine shot good onto the Zerglings. Other Widow Mine shot good onto a few Zerglings as well. Again, still got the 2-2 upgrades coming about. The additional Lings on the way out. And because of shells and +1 vehicle plating, is also on the way in right now as our medevacs lift up again. Queens, oh sorry, Hydra's chasing. The medevacs escape down the right side. Bane Hydra gonna go chasing up. A couple Widow Mine shots going in toward a few of those units as well. Acceleration zone is always entertaining to watch units run through. But obviously, Clem retreating away just as fast as the Zerg units chase him down. As he stands and fights, the speed will, become an advantage for the Zerg here. Widow Mine shot's gonna be good into the center of the Banelings. A good chunk of those end up going down. SHIN really does not have the numbers or the formidability to kind of stay alive here and to keep on up. Looks as though this is going to be a little bit too much, as Clem is sitting 184 to 154. Looking good right now in this game too. Fire around the right, a couple of Widow Mines still joined together. We have ourselves the Marines getting underneath. Overlord will take some damage. Team is taking damage as well. Another Widow Mine shot is going to hit a couple of Zerglings. Now we take a little dive through onto this next base. Another Widow Mine shot there is going to be able to land for now, so a little bit more of a connection coming by at the moment. We go back and forth and back and forth. Hydras and Banes will continue to try and just make the close the distance. Every time you're kind of running in, though, Clem just backs away, lifts up, backs off, and then the Widow Mines are doing work afterward. At least we're going to be able to clean these up with the Overseers nearby. Clem actually going to start sending some units down the bottom left side. I haven't even really looked back at Clem's bases, but he is on 5 base, so there's an uncomfortable base setup. And these Widow Mines just keep on connecting, and SHIN is just being pulled every which direction. In a whole bunch of trouble right now. The Zerglings trying to wrap around the bio, not going well enough. The Banes and the Hydras are going to chase. We've seen the Marines will continue down for the moment, down to the bottom side. So it's going to be seeing the Queen. Will get taken out as well. So the Widow Mine shot going to connect onto a few of the Lings. 3-3 still coming about, +2 vehicle plating. Those Lings are going to slip through. A couple of Widowmines going to go off. A massive Zerglings getting taken out. The Banes and the Hydras will continue through too, as we are going to be seeing those Banelings still trying to find a way to connect. Hydras are going to jump onto the bio units. The Widowmines are still going off. The SCVs are going to be there. The Lings being added on too. I think we are pretty much at the verge of GG's here in this one. I mean, SHIN's going to keep on attacking. He still has a fair amount of units. It's just the number difference is 100% there for Clem. And yeah, GG gets called. It was definitely feeling like one of those moments was coming as Clem takes the 2-0 and moves into the finals of the WardiTV.